Weaver reporting for Infowars.com. We are here in Cleveland, Ohio, where Hillary Clinton is going to be holding a rally right now. You can see she has a very small turnout as usual. And this is very interesting. We've seen at Donald Trump's rallies that he's pulled in massive amounts of support and massive crowds. The big question today is, will Hillary Clinton address Donald Trump's claims that there's election rigging taking place during this election?
I say it's rigged because she should never have been allowed to run for the presidency based on what she did with emails and so many other things.
They're passing out signs to Hillary's crowd. So, I mean, this is a pretty small turnout, and it's pretty clear to see also that the people in the bleachers directly behind Hillary's stage are most likely part of her campaign, being told what to chant, what to cheer. Looks like most of the other rally is just kind of staring on as though it's a show or something. This reminds me of in Hollywood, when I used to go to some sets where they were filming a live audience, they would have audience cheerleaders that would like cheer up the audience and get them to clap and laugh and applaud. So this kind of reminds me of that, in that you have these campaign people sitting behind stage with their signs, and they're being instructed by Hillary's campaign what to chant, what to cheer, in order to get the rest of the audience pepped up. So we have some dead time right now. As you can see, the crowd is kind of losing the little enthusiasm that it has right now, waiting for Hillary Clinton to come out, or somebody to come out and speak. We just saw Ted Strickland come out and give his speech, and we watched him handpick a baby out of the crowd to do a photo op with. It's been pretty interesting, but the main thing that's being seen here is just how staged everything is and how much effort and people that they've actually hired to try and pump up the energy of the crowd. I mean, we have somebody laying on the floor here waiting for Hillary to come out. Yeah, we've got people laying on the floor waiting for Hillary Clinton to come out.
It's finally time.
Donald Trump did something no other presidential nominee has ever done. He refused to say that he would respect the results of this election.
All we have asked since Election Day, a complete count of all the votes cast in Florida.
We said some time ago that we wanted this contest.
It is virtually impossible for Secretary Clinton to reach the majority of convention delegates. She will need superdelegates to take her over the top. In other words, the convention will be a contested contest.
Of course, I would accept a clear election result, but I would also reserve my right to contest or file a legal challenge in the case of a questionable result.
I want all of you to know that that's true not only for the campaign, but if I am fortunate enough to be your president, I want you to know, and I want you to tell anybody you know, any friends or colleagues at school or work or your neighborhood, whether you vote for me or vote against me, the best way to do that, my friends, is to turn out and vote.
The true identity of Hillary's mysterious handler, the man in question, is Secret Service agent Todd Madison. So does Madison's unorthodox and unusual physicality with Clinton indicate that he has been assigned as her primary medical carer due to her ill health?
Let's go ahead and take a look outside and see if we can talk to some of her supporters about the recent Project Veritas videos that have come out.
I think there's a lot of voter fraud. Right. Like I say, people don't realize certain neighborhoods in particular, they bust people around to vote.
Have you seen the Project Veritas videos that recently came out showing Democratic Party operatives talking about busing in violent protesters to Trump rallies and talking about committing massive voter fraud?
I have heard about this, and I heard parts of the video that's taken out of context, and I know it's out there, but it's yet to be substantiated.
Did you see the recent Project Veritas videos that came out showing Democratic Party operatives talking about how they conduct massive election fraud?
No.
I think of the there are currently 6 states that have the polls within 5 points. And of those 6 states, the Secretary of State and the governor, 11 of the 12 seats are held by Republicans. So I think it's highly unlikely that Republicans would work to rig an election for Hillary Clinton.
So what do you think about the Project Veritas videos then?
I have not seen that, but obviously any election fraud would be wrong, but there's no evidence that I know of that's substantiated, so.
And what do you think about the operatives talking about busing in violent protesters to Trump rallies?
I have not heard anything like that, so it doesn't concern me. I don't think it's reputable information.
It looks like it, but basically, I don't think Democrats would benefit anything by doing that, so yes, I don't want to believe that.
It's called Project Veritas, and
We got to get going.
okay.
Sorry, thank you.
Democratic operatives that were talking about how they conduct and commit election fraud in America, and election
I
rigging.
didn't see that. I'm sorry. I didn't
Okay.
see that, but thank you.
So you did see one of the videos then, right?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Do you think that it's kind of rightfully so after that video coming out that some people might have concerns about election rigging?
I think people have concerns, but I think they're unfounded. I think the elections have happened for years and there's never been problems.
I have not seen those videos. I have no comment on their authenticity. I know nothing about what you're talking about.
Well, it would be good for you to look him up because that might be what he's referencing.
You're not a real news
Yeah,
source,
yes we are. Did you see the recent Project Veritas videos showing Democratic operatives talking about how through shell corporations they're conducting massive voter fraud for the Clinton campaign?
No, I haven't.
Project Veritas. Did you see their video about how they were busing in violent protesters to Trump rallies?
No.
You know, frankly, if there is voter fraud, then there should be hard proof, and we just haven't seen it.
Have you seen the recent Project Veritas videos that were just released showing Democratic Party operatives working through shell corporations talking about how they commit and conduct voter fraud? Do you think that might be where these concerns are coming from?
They're edited and they're not true. They're edited and they're not true. That's, you can't believe it. And you can't believe InfoWars either. InfoWars is just Breitbart and Alex Jones and full of conspiracies, and we're better than that.
Actually, the mainstream news networks have been caught lying. InfoWars is not, so.
I mean, I just want everybody not to make conspiracy theories up. We need to be based on facts. A free democracy is very important, and the fourth estate is the press. And the press needs to be accurate.
Wow.